Let's take a deeper dive, though, into the stormy side of all of this and what it plays out for many people, even into the desert Southwest. You're looking at those visuals of what was happening in Ruidoso, New Mexico yesterday, and those storms that continue. The monsoon is surging and sitting over New Mexico right now. It's creating a big concern for flash flooding. The Salt Fire burn scar, specifically called out in a flash flood warning, is one of several areas that could trigger a dangerous flooding this season, throughout the entire season. Highway 70 flooded Monday. Swift water rescues were reported in a mobile home park and at a hotel. Now, Las Cruces Fire Department has sent a team in to help for all of this. Battalion Chief Jeremiah Lay is part of that response, and he joins us now from Ruidoso. And Chief, thank you for being with us. Can you walk us through the situation as you saw when your team arrived in Ruidoso?
Sure. When we got here, it wasn't too bad. The weather wasn't bad, but a little bit of rain, and it was very fast, very powerful water, pretty much out of nowhere. So we all got to work right away with the other swift water rescue teams.
And Chief, we know we just entered into the monsoon season. That's why your team's positioned here. Can you walk us through what this is like to respond? Because you're a fire department, right? And a lot of times people think, okay, you're going to battle wildland and brush fires. This is a totally different type of dynamic. What's that like to kind of fight this rushing water?
So this is what we train for, this type of water, but something that's different than this water is it's very, very fast water compared to what we normally see, what we normally train in. There's also quite a bit of debris in the water, which is something different than we train in. So that's what we've been experiencing.
And of course, we know you guys have extensive experience out in this region. Is there any sense of how you could compare last year's flooding as to something like what we've already seen in the beginning?
So I was out here last year as well with the same team, and I think it's about the same, actually. So I was probably expecting it not to be as bad, but it's the same as it was last year, if not a little worse this year.
What's so difficult, Chief, is that the burn scars, they don't go away, right, in 1 year's time. And if anything, it just makes more areas more vulnerable. What kind of rescue operations have your team been involved with so far this week, and any close calls or success stories to share?
No close calls. The success stories we had were mostly water rescue out of cars and vehicles, that type of stuff. People driving through water they shouldn't maybe drove through. We also did a few from houses and trailer park area, along with Ruidoso Fire Department and Texas Task Force 1. I think they need to get their credit. They're doing a lot of work too.
A lot of brave men and women right now, a lot of heroes in all of this. And the monsoon season just started last week. I want to ask you, because when we look at those videos, whether it's from last year or earlier this week, you look at all of that raging water. And as you had said, there's a lot of debris in that. Doesn't seem like there's much you can do if you're in the path of that. What message do you have to residents across New Mexico that are in flood-prone spots?
The number one message is don't go through water. You don't know how deep it is. You don't know the hazards. You don't know what's below it. So just, turn around, don't drive through the water. And as we're seeing in most of these cases, they subside pretty quick. They come on fast, but they also go away pretty quickly. So don't drive through water if you can.
Yeah, smart, right? Take the detour.
Yeah.
Chief, real quickly, how long is your team positioned out there in Ruidoso? Is this something that's common? Are you there for an extended amount of time, or is this a short spurt while we have the storms this week?
This is going to be a short spur. We're here till the 27th with possibly extensions. But just based on the weather and the weather patterns, we came out here specifically for this event.
Incredible what your team does. Battalion Chief Jeremiah Lay, thank you for being with us here tonight on Fox Weather.
Thank you.